Hello, welcome back to another OMG video. Today we're looking at electronic configuration. Now if you remember back to GCSE, we used to say that they were in shells and there was 2 in the first shell and 8 in the subsequent shells after. But we're going to make it a bit more complicated now. We've got 3 different types of orbitals, which we need to know about, and they are organised into energy levels. Okay, we've got our s orbital, which is a circular shape. We've got a p orbital, which is in like the shape of an 8, or they quote it as the dumbbell shape. And finally, we've got d orbitals, and there isn't a common shape here. You only need to be able to draw the shapes of these 2. So let's get into writing electronic configurations. First thing I need to do, make sure I'm filling orbitals from the inside by the Aufbau principle. That is shown down by here. So I'm going to start with 1s, then go to 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, and so on. The huge thing we need to remember is that we're going to fill our 4s before our 3d. The next thing for rule 2 is that we're going to only 2 electrons can fit in each orbital. Okay, so in each of these, so an s orbital, I've got 1 s orbital per energy level, so that means I can fit 2 electrons. For 2p, a p orbital, there are 3 orbitals, so I can have 6. And finally, for a d orbital, we've got 5 per energy level, which means I can fit 10. And finally, we're going to place a single electron in each orbital before pairing them up. So let's get on to what this will look like. So first thing, we're going to look at an example. Calcium has got 20 electrons. I'm always going to start from the inside. So I've got 1s here. I'm going to put 2 in there. So I've got 1s2. I'm then going to go to 2s. I'm going to fill that, 2s2. That's 4 done. And then going to 2p. Remember, 2p, there are 3 orbitals. Each of those orbitals can hold 2, so I can fit in a total of 6. Now, if we just take stock, I've so far put in 2, 4, 10 in. So I've got 10 remaining. After 2p, I'm going to go to 3s. So I'm going to fill that. I've got 3s2. And then going to go to 3p. I can fill that because I've got 8 remaining, 3p6. And then finally, just follow your Aufbau principle here. Rather than go 3p to 3d, I'm going to follow the arrow and go to 4s and 4s2. Then just do a final check. 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20 electrons. Now notice that I've put 2 electrons in that 4s. Every element apart from copper and zinc fill this 4s. Copper and zinc like to be a little bit different, and they just put 1 in there. So I've got some questions for you to practice on this. Yeah, so pause the video, and now you can check your answers.